And
this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists.
Platforms where Game Pass exists. You know, I really like that quote because it was extremely direct and so far factual. But hey, guys, another week, another podcast, RDX podcast, every single Tuesday right now o'clock. Hey, we got a great panel. We got some really awesome people in the chat. We'll be talking about all the latest and greatest. D-Batch, brother, another week. How you been?
I'm good, man. It was a great day for news for the PC gamers. We got some awesome topics, and we also have some eggs to throw in some people's faces. So let's get on with it.
Hey, don't worry, chat. We're not talking about PC stuff today. You know, just that'd be difficult. Hang on, let me make sure. Let me make sure everyone can hear. Yeah, okay. So, Fonz, how you been, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. I'm glad to be here today. It's RDX day. Love it. Let's get it.
And by the way, chat, if you notice anyone's low or high, just let us know. Let me know. We've also got xCloud. Tim Dog, how you been, brother?
Good. You know what I like about the Phil clip is like when he like laughs a little. He's like, and he's laughing along. I just love that. I love hearing that. But good to be here, and I might leave a little bit early. I let Dealer know, but got a lot of good topics, and we're gonna dive in and have a good show.
Definitely. Zachary, how you been, bud?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I actually just got my email yesterday for my Steam Deck, so I ordered it. It's coming soon, and a lot of gaming going on, and yeah, man, there's just a lot to talk about. Actual topics. Look at this. Look at this. We have topics, bro. I'm just saying, we have actual topics. It's great.
Yeah, we had those last week. But again, there's been a lot of crazy stuff happen today. Throughout the last week or so, really, there's been a lot of really, really interesting stuff. Everything from Jim Ryan trying to ruin the Activision deal once again by saying, Microsoft offered us a deal, but it wasn't adequate. It's 3 years with Call of Duty. It's quite simply not enough. We're fucked. And, hopefully that stuff doesn't affect anything, which I do not believe it will. All the way over to Jim Ryan then saying Xbox don't really care about gamers. They want Call of Duty for themselves, while he, at the same time, literally just locked down exclusive Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 game items for PlayStation on top of Spider-Man and everything else that they've locked down, right? So it's really odd, man.
Legacy, a whole mission locked down to the PlayStation. So
I get it. It's not a franchise, man, but Call of Duty, Spider-Man's one of the most recognizable IP on the planet, locking the shit down. So I don't know. Be interesting in a world where they're bartering back and forth. Give us this and we'll give you that. So that kind of stuff. But again, let me do some shout outs, and we'll go ahead and get into some topics here. I'm trying to get back on top of things here. We've got Hardgate, we got Boba Fett Gaming, we got Reluctant Dodo, Nerdy Meathead, Dubmo, Ruben Almighty, Dave Incubus, Ricky Falam, Potlines, Not Silent, Bad Boy Live, Achievement, Nanopolymath, Zordan, Costanza, KY Bob, Strike, Khalifa. We've also got Assassin Lupa. I haven't heard from her anytime recently. Hopefully she's doing fine. Last I heard she was. Really hope that's the case. We've also got Foreign Object. We've got Gab Quisteo, John Blue. We've got Vec Boss, Real Deal Neil, Suicide King, Tejadini, Real Deal, Michael Bowen, Guillermo Cabillo, Alfonso Hogan, Dark CMF. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring the channel. You guys are amazing. And we got a giveaway, right, for patrons. So if you want to be a patron, the link's down below. We're giving away 6 months of Game Pass or whatever game you might want. And this week's winner of the giveaway is PYD. What are the odds? So shout out to Jared. Shout out to PYD. He wanted 6 months of Game Pass. So there you go, bud. We'll definitely get that to you. Message me on Xbox tonight, and we'll get that to you as soon as we can. But enough of that. Did you guys know that there are new games on Xbox right now? There's actually games to play, Fonz. Really, Deathloop on the Xbox Series consoles is here. And that's just one of many coming for Game Pass this month. Did you get a chance to try it yet?
No, I have not got a chance to try that game yet. I will try it. I'm not a big fan of arcane games, unfortunately. Like Dishonored and stuff just wasn't really my thing. Even Prey I couldn't really get into. Sorry, guys. It's just, I don't know, something about it. Anyways, but I'm definitely going to try it because it's in Game Pass. But I did try something else in Game Pass, and I am hooked. I really like that Wolong game. I can't wait till that hits Game Pass day one. But there's that demo is in there right now, and it's fantastic.
For those that haven't tried it, why should they try it? What kind of game is it?
It's kind of like a Souls-ish game, kind of like, actually it's probably closer. What people are saying anyway, it's like closer to like Neo, but
It's the same. I think it's the same creator.
yeah, it is.
Oh,
Team
okay.
Ninja's been fantastic. They're I don't know, between this and like Ronin coming for the PS5, they're really firing on all cylinders, it seems. But yeah, this game is fun. I love the different elements and the different things that you can do in the game. I like all the level ups, and it's just fun, man. Like the combos and stuff are pretty slick.
Basically, chat. Very, very few of us have probably tried it. Zalker, have you gotten a chance to try Deathloop? It's finally on Xbox. We waited a year. It's kind of stealth dropped here.
I actually pre-downloaded it before it came out, and I think it dropped today's when it first came out. So I haven't had a chance to play it just yet. But I was planning on jumping into it. Like I enjoyed, what was that game called? The first one they made. Oh my god, Escapee. Anyways, Arcade Studio made. I forgot the name of it. Dishonored. Thank you.
Disloyal.
So I beat Dishonored. I actually beat Dishonored late last year, and then I started playing Dishonored 2, and I just kind of fell off of it. But I'm more looking forward to Deathloop because it just looks kind of like up my alley. Somebody trying to stop you, you're just doing crazy stuff, and it's almost, I guess, like a roguelite. If you die, you start all over.
Yeah, and that's another reason why I'm like, eh.
I mean, I'm just looking forward to just playing it. Like I've waited because I knew when it came out for PS5 and PC, everybody's like, "Oh, you're gonna get it," and I just waited. I was like, "Nah, it's gonna come to Game Pass, and I want those achievements." So now that it's here, I'm just excited. I have it installed on my PC, and I'm gonna play the shit out of it.
Well, I tried it on Xbox Series X. I know Lethal did. Mine crashed, so I was like, I'm gonna boot this up later. I had my reservations about it. I know what can't be argued is that it's quality, right? It is a quality game. It's gotten 9s and 10s from some publications. It's been a game that we've been waiting on a little bit here, but I know just like Fonz, it's a roguelike. I'm not really into those games as much, but still really going to give it. I plan on finishing it, but when it crashed, I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'll just try it again after the podcast. But I got about an hour in. It's not bad. Chat, let us know if you played it. I know Lethal's crashed as well, and so did my girl's. Her playthrough crashed. I don't know if this is a common thing or what, but somebody forgot to take the crash out of it. Like they left the crashes in the game, so. They're not bad, I guess, but you just boot it right back up and keep going. But it's still kind of odd. Let us know if the game has crashed for you at all.
I think you guys forgot to get the memo that it sucks now that it's on Xbox. You forgot to mention that.
Yeah, I think you forgot that, man.
Yeah.
Track.
I guess that kind of goes without saying.
I think a patch will be coming up probably. I've heard, I've read PlayStation 5 has issues too. Ever since the update, people are crashing. So. We're crashing to the dashboard, but it's probably be patched out, which is probably a little early release.
And I know, this is kind of like when everyone's getting off work, they're jumping on the podcast and stuff. You guys probably, Tim, you probably haven't had a chance to try the game out yet.
No, it came available for download. I think it wasn't last night. I think it was sometime today. But I'm looking forward to playing it and downloading it and trying it out. But I do with the crashes that you've said. I've read a couple of people complaining about the same thing, and sometimes they maybe push the update a little fast, and I'm sure they'll get around to the random crashes.
I plan on it working just fine. Bud the Cyborg, shout out to you, buddy. We've also got the moderator, boss mod of the channel, boss mod Lethal Pavo. We've got some other guys in the chat. Timmy, John Wolf, shout out to you, buddy. Greg E3 Egg, Sippy Clock, and Spider-Man 365. Ashtray Gaming, who does say we can barely hear the panel dealer. Why is that the case?
Oh, because we made it lower, maybe.
I told you last week.
What an asshole.
So, I'm trying to think about why that would be, though.
Is there a sound setting in OBS?
You said 100%.
Yeah, but none of that stuff. I mean, it shouldn't be an issue. Just be glad we're actually live right now, though, guys. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Hey, let me.
Another technical difficulty.
Here's one more out of a million. What about now? Is the chat? Are they loud or low now?
Are we low? Are we loud? Or
Ashtray. What's up, Ashtray?
But yeah, everything when you talk, it says it's coming through at negative, the same as always. So it must be.
Turn his volume up. Turn your volume up, buddy.
No, Ashtray is a good guy, so I don't.
Oh, was Ashtray that said it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of good people that are saying it.
I
Yeah.
thought it was a rando.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how that would, what would affect that. He says we have to, if you had to Ripley, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, again, I'll try to turn them up on Discord, but Vaughn said last week everyone was clipping.
And we were still low.
Now you're clipping.
Yeah, see, you can't do that. It's really weird.
Clip you.
Technical difficulties.
I'm going to just fiddle around with the audio settings in the background while we cover the topics. But yes, thanks for the feedback, Ashtray. Seriously, thanks. He says increase the panel's volume. Yeah, their volume is increased.
And you increase it, and we all clip.
Stop trying to silence us, dealer. What the fuck?
Sorry, I didn't mean to silence everyone. I just meant to turn yours all the way down. There we go.
Same thing.
Fatality.
You can still hear the soundboard and everything, though, right? All right.
Everything would be low on my end if because it's all coming through my end anyway. So,
Well, again, it's at the same as always. You're coming through at the same on OBS or on my end, the soundbar, the little thing popping up.
I guess they're saying you're the only one that's high. Everybody else is equal. So lower
Okay,
yourself.
well, hang on. There we go. Let me try this. And what about now?
what about now?
What about now? What about now? What about now? What about now?
Stop overpowering us.
Sorry, I'm just so powerful.
Today, Junior.
All right. So, it should be good. I should be good, right? Ask for an update from the chat now. Hey, by the way, chat, if you're checking us out, hit the like button, tell a buddy we're live as we struggle to understand basic shit and basic setup after years of not fucking with it, but not having to fuck with it type stuff. And also, let us know your thoughts in the comments as well. The show isn't dropping frames as of right now. We're at 1440p. I am convinced that I might have to have them come out one additional time. But the last time they came out, they reinstalled something at the node or the pole, whatever he said, the pole, but I think he meant the node. And basically, it was on their end. He showed me the part that was malfunctioning and everything. So that's awesome. But who knows? If we have another issue, I'm having them back out anyway. So again, just let us know your thoughts on all the topics, all the stuff that's happening as we do kind of move forward. There's some other games on Game Pass that are releasing with Deathloop. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Xbox is releasing more shit. And some of that is Slime Rancher 2, Hard Space Ship Breaker. What is that? Did I write that? Spider Hack? And then Grounded is actually coming out this month.
Yeah, the actual full game of Grounded is coming out, and apparently, like the campaign and all that is coming. It's a pretty big launch, and I'm looking forward to it because I didn't play it much when it was in preview at all. So I actually want to give it a shot. I know Colt has like 200 hours in that fucking thing with his kids. Yeah. And he said he just really enjoys it. So I'm looking forward to checking that out.
192 hours of that is sitting at the dashboard while he's on the phone with Rand. Talking each other to sleep. Are you almost asleep over there, Randall? Hey, Zucker, cue some of these up too, because we'll come back to that as well. But I just want to let everyone know Deathloop's out now. Maybe you're playing it, maybe you're not. Let us know. And if you like it, have you had some crash issues like the people I know? And also, Slime Rancher 2, Grounded, stuff like that. But go ahead and get these out there and we can move forward.
Yeah, we got Nano Polymath. Oh, by the way, thank you, Hargi Chani, for getting these on Discord for me. I appreciate you. So we got Nano Polymath. He says, we've all been trying to say we cannot hear anyone for the past 5 minutes. Turn the guys up for fuck's sakes. Literally what he said. We got Ashtray Gaming, member for 30 months. We can barely hear the panel, dealer. You're such a bitch, dealer. Everybody hates you.
You know what? Fuck off, Ashtray. How about that?
We got Hargi Chani. He says, congrats to @PYD. Here's another 6 months and 2 to 3 month codes. So he put out codes. Thank you, Hargi. We appreciate you.
He's the man.
So just so I'm clear, I don't want to tax the fucking connection more than I have to. Is somebody watching this in the background? Can you hear everyone's levels? Got the sound unmuted. While Zach was reading these off, you can listen and kind of hear his volume.
All right.
Go ahead, Zucker.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing myself, but I'm sorry I was listening to myself. So then we got Nano again. He says, if we have to lip read, tell the chief to take the helmet off. Jesus Christ.
shit.
We got Dark CMF. We can hear the panel just fine. We are here for dealer anyway. Kidding. Good level now. Hit the like button.
Well, thank you, Dark CMF.
Thank you, Dark
Honest
CMF.
feedback.
We got Hargi Chani, who gave a GTA 5 US code. That's the billionth one sold. Thanks, Hargi.
Wow.
It's good now. You guys sound all right. Everything's leveled now, I think.
And then
We
got
good.
Fierce- We got Fierce
Yeah.
Plus member for 4 months. I got NBA, but been playing my PS5 since I just got it, and now it's perfect.
Damn.
Look at everybody.
That's amazing. D-Bash, were you saying something in the background?
Yeah, you're a little bit clippy. I was listening.
I hate
fucking
being
hate
clippy. Thanks for telling me.
Are you talking about Clippy, the one from the Microsoft Office that helps you?
I hate that motherfucker.
He's
like
such
the-
a nice guy.
It's like to unmute
You
yourself,
keep it
mute yourself. But yeah, we do got some other shit to talk about, believe it or not, chat. We got a lot of interesting topics today. I guess something or someone probably hit a knob on my DBX and my gain's probably up through the roof. That's probably what happened.
It was the kitty cat.
It was up actually a little bit on my mixer, so I just fixed that. Sorry about that, chat. I just now started. This is my first podcast, but yeah,
We can tell.
Welcome.
I'm always fucking with myself to just give a challenge. You got to challenge myself by fucking everything up all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch topics though, as I normally would. We've also got a lot of you in the chat that are talking about Deathloop and stuff like that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying that. But more games coming to Game Pass this month. Did you guys hear about a little bitty old Grand Theft Auto leak that happened?
Yep.
It's real
it
small
was
and totally
mad,
not fucking
dude.
just crazy. The biggest leak probably for a high-profile game of all time, maybe.
It was
Oh,
nice
it's
to
huge.
see. It was nice to catch all the videos before they were taken down.
Over 90 game clips?
They're
Rockstar
still
confirmed,
up.
or Take-Two confirmed this is real. It was a real leak. All that
Oh,
shit
it's
was real.
real.
Over 90 game clips were leaked. And yeah, the guy leaking everything is apparently demanding some money and stuff, right? That was verified, right?
Ransom, man. He's
So-
holding
Because
that for
he
ransom.
has the source code, bro.
Yes.
Yep. So it
That's big.
says the leaks were a result of a hacker who is ransoming the content for no less than 5 figures, right?
$1 billion.
No less than 5 figures. I'm surprised it's not more, actually.
Yeah, I know. 5 figures.
He's like, just give me $85. That's it. I'm not asking for much. He said
I
basically
want a Subway sandwich and I'll take it. No.
but yeah, there's he's basically holding it for ransom. This was as a result of a data breach. Whoever that company responsible for Take-Two stuff is totally fired. And yeah, this was huge, man. What did you see from some of these leaks, Fonz?
Look, I saw a bunch of video and I saw a bunch of people crying. Like,
Yeah.
dude, a lot of people saying it doesn't look good, blah,
Oh my
and I'm
God.
like, dude, this is like alpha footage. This is like
It's not
stuff
even
that they're-
alpha. It's like pre-alpha.
Yeah, it's like pre-alpha, and it looked damn good for
2019.
pre-alpha in some scenarios, And what I saw from it, what I took away from those videos and stuff, is that the ragdoll physics and stuff are going to be much improved. Like you can tell, even in such like pre-alpha, it's not even freaking in alpha, and it looks a lot better than like most
I'm not
games out
worried
there.
about
It
the
looked
way
better
the-
than Saints Row already.
The game
I'm
is
sorry.
going to look like anyone who's concerned about the way the game looks. That's
No,
weird.
but
it's going to look
My
amazing.
monitor
was
turned
already
off.
better than
Looks better
Saints
than
Row.
Saints Row.
That's how good it was. Like I mean, the
that-
shooting and everything, and the little things that they were showing, the details. Like you could actually flip the visor and the cars up and down, and you're actually moving the stuff inside the vehicles. And I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, oh, okay, so it's going to be ultra detailed. I like that. The character models themselves didn't look all that detailed, but that's fine. That
Yeah,
it's
visual,
still early,
visuals.
man.
I'm not concerned with the visuals. Like it's
I'm
going to
not
look
either.
better than Red Dead 2.
But the
and Red Dead 2
animations
looks
and
amazing.
stuff, and the
Exactly.
ragdoll physics is the stuff that I sort of saw that it was already improving over the last GTA, and definitely already better than Saints Row. So like in this pre-alpha state, it looks incredible. I can't wait for this
Yeah.
game.
I
Go ahead.
I was really annoyed over the weekend by people saying, "Oh, this doesn't look good. Oh, this looks like crap. Oh, the last GTA looks better than this." First of all, like everyone's saying, this is pre-production stuff. This is like
Mhm.
testing footage. And if you were smart enough to see the little details, then you would kind of know this, and you'd be able to see the improvements that are already there. First of all, I disagree with you, Fonz. I actually thought the character models were really freaking detailed. I had access to like the highest quality that was available that was leaked.
It was
And
the faces for me that weren't real detailed yet.
Did you see the one when the girl's like out in the street and she's like shooting with the little mini
Yes.
dress? Did you see the details on her face? Her face was really detailed.
In that one, it was weird, yes, but when she was in the jeans, no. Like,
yeah, because there was different sets. There was some sets that were from 2019, some were from 2020, and I think there was one that was like a few that were from 2021. So they're kind of all over the place. But I saw like new mechanics, like crawling mechanics, new animations, new ways of picking up the guns. The dialogue was really good.
Are there any new ways to pay hookers? Can you use Bitcoin now?
Well, the AI is more advanced. You had a lot more options when you were in that cafeteria, wherever the hell they were doing the robbery. He had different options of robbing them, shaking them down, scaring them, intimidating them. The lighting was really impressive.
Now, how like do they still call people fuckface in the game? They dialing all that back or what?
Yeah, no.
All that
It's
stuff
so
was
crazy. They had the one.
Go ahead.
No, I just said they had the one to let you go. They had the one NPC conversation, which is pretty funny if you listen to it. Yeah, where he's like, "My brain's gonna go." It's just whatever. It's just it's gonna be classic GTA stuff.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
Man. Yeah, and there's a lot of characters. There's a lot more things going on in the scenes, like from the stuff that we could see. Overall, I can just tell that this game is going to be polished. It's gonna be a good looking game. It's definitely gonna look better than the last game. I'm excited for it. We got to see new gun mechanics. You know, he was shooting the gun on the boat. You could see each of the bullet going into each item in that boat. Just overall, I was actually impressed with what I saw.
The people that brought us Red Dead 2. I mean, of course it's going to be like hyper detailed.
Yeah, I was just clamoring for more, and it was so funny. Before, people were saying, "Oh, I don't want to play with a female character," and then after they saw the female character, like, "Oh, when can I play with this female character?" Because I will say, although it is a video game, the character did fill out in ways, and also too, they showed how you can switch on the fly between both of the characters. Yes, so on the fly, you can switch between the guy.
And we knew that was going to happen
between the girl. Yeah, but they're right beside each other, and you're switching you're switching out characters, right? So
they need to have co-op, or that's a big miss.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they will have co-op, but overall. I was sorry, it's my phone. Overall, I was impressed, and like anybody thinking that this is not going to look good, sorry, I'm going to say it.
I mean,
moron.
honestly, really,
this is pre-production.
Pre-production, yeah, that is the key. It's pre-alpha. Yeah. It's crazy looking for pre-alpha. Yeah, we've seen other pre-alpha games before, and they were ugly.
Well, remember the difference between the Gears 4 beta and the release, a few months apart. It's night and day. And again, I'm not concerned about a game. That's why I was like, man, I'm giving Gotham Knights the benefit of the doubt on the visuals, because this is gonna look better than the last damn Batman game. This will certainly look better than Red Dead 2 in a lot of ways. And Red Dead 2 is still a benchmark, man. Right. Speaking of, where's my paid patch, huh?
Well, listen, the whole situation was, and I think this goes to a lot of things when it comes to gaming. A lot of the gaming public, or I would say a good portion, is not educated to this stuff. So when it came out, people like this on this panel, or anybody even listening to this show, know the difference between pre-alpha and how far off that is, how there's no polishing phase. Dealer mentioned Gears 4. If you remember, there was a whole thing about that. Everyone was like, even the developer was like, it's pre-alpha. They're not even adding textures on stuff. It's basically bare bones stuff. So I thought the reaction was a little unfair to the developers. I think it was a malicious hack. Some of the people that are defending the hacker are saying, well, Rockstar was greedy and they never showed us anything. They strung us along, this and that. But
Joe, pre-alpha footage, come on.
That was the one side of the argument. But for me, what the hacker did was really malicious, and it just goes to show you, that a developer, when things aren't shown and things aren't understood, it makes for an ugly situation. And I honestly feel like a lot of the community, a lot of people like in the show and chat really kind of fought back against the stupidity, like it looks like shit or it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
You know, if you could watch that, you could see there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
And all you need to know is just put in Red Dead Redemption 2 and just
Well, I hope when I drive my car, my glove compartment doesn't take my guns like Red Dead does with the fucking horse.
Listen, that horse
You know,
is
one of the
badass.
most overrated games ever. Anyways, I'm
Fuck
looking
you.
forward to it. I'm
He
looking
said, "Fuck
forward
you."
to it. He did. I'm looking forward to
is
the
a
game,
toddler.
but the big thing that I think people need to be mindful of is that the source code did get hacked,
Yes,
and they also said that's not going to cause delays. But I'm just thinking, as a person that understands what that means, is that can cause a lot of like malware issues later, have the game be hacked a lot easier, have cheaters for online a lot easier. There's a lot of shit that can happen once they got the source code. So I want to see what that does. I think it's going to get delayed. I think they're just saying it's not now because they're covering bad news. But that whoever that hacker is, go fuck yourself, because you probably did cause this game to
Yeah.
get delayed by at least a year, if not longer, so they can reshape what that code is. And so that's going to be something that we have to, pay attention to. And the game looked great. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's going to be all that because I enjoyed GTA in general. I thought the last one was really great. I beat it twice. But overall, I want them to do something a little bit different. And I want them to not make it like Red Dead Redemption's gameplay was like okay. It felt kind of off to me. It felt like it was very dated in some ways. So I want them to do something different where they bring their own shit and their own engines and whatever they're using forward.
Yeah,
I'm
you on
looking
that.
forward to that. I'm just looking forward to that. That's what
Yeah,
I want.
I agree with you there. The controls, they need to work on that, especially, since the last Grand Theft Auto and even Red Dead 2. It's something that I've even criticized them for. So, but looking at what we saw with that pre-alpha footage, it looked like that they were addressing a lot of stuff with the controls.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you for something, being that you're a developer and you can understand this stuff and maybe put it in layman's terms. Being that the source code has been hacked and the hacker has access to it, is there a way that Rockstar can go back and resecure the source code and actually, block this guy out? Or is it going to be something that in the end he's going to just be able to break it open and it's going to be easy?
If they don't change it over time, that's why I said it could get delayed a year, because it'll take a year at least to fucking fix that and reshape the source code of what your game is. He can just do whatever he wants with it later. Like he'll just put it out there. People can, like I said, cause malware, put different cheats on it, make it more easy to get hacks on it, shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, and you're talking about cheaters. It's not just, and I'm not just talking about PC. I'm talking about console everywhere. He can do it everywhere. Like that's the point.
I mean, they said it wouldn't cause a delay because I think they've gotten much better at being able to change that stuff up over the past 10 years.
It's coding is coding. It's going to take time.
I just want to add to this
a
point,
year though. You said a year or two. You said it's going to be delayed a year or two.
At least I would say it would take at least a year to like completely change it, where his stuff doesn't mean anything. Yeah, 100%. It'll take a while. That's manpower. That's hours, and then that's also like re-breaking and breaking and
And why'd they
troubleshooting
say there would be no
game.
delay?
That's what I'm saying. I think they covered.
Why these bitches
what's the
lying?
bad thing.
No,
I think they're covered.
There's more to the story.
I'm just saying they don't have to take the hit now. They already just took a hit that they got hacked. So like, the game is years. The game is years away. So it's like they'll just say, "Oh, we're delayed for a year." Like later on, or we're delayed, or just not give us a date.
100%.
When do you think the original date was for this D-batch?
Honestly, tell you, it's 23 to 24, man. I don't think this game is coming out in 25. They wouldn't have been talking about it already if it was coming out in 25. So I think it's late 23 or a 2024 game. And also on the source code,
You're away.
From my on the source code, from my understanding, is that 5 was leaked. 6 actually wasn't leaked. He just said that he had access to it. So we don't know what's going on behind the scenes because now the FBI is involved. So when they say that it won't delay them, I'm going to take them at face value because I know for a fact that the GTA 6's source code wasn't leaked. 5 is questionable if it was leaked, but I know for a fact 6 wasn't leaked. So let's see what happens with that. I would think Zocker probably knows a little bit more on this stuff than me, obviously. But I would think over time that they could alter parts of the code where it wouldn't be an issue. And also, too, we don't know how much access this guy had. I guess that's in the FBI's hands now. I hear it's like a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah, a 6-year-old
kid.
kid.
Guy, 16-year-old kid, and he's the one that hacked the Uber too.
This fucker, this fucker
He's
has
the one that
superpowers, and he's
does-
using it to steal Grand Theft Auto shit.
You know what happens to kids.
They
like
get
that.
hired by the government.
Yeah, they get hired. They get,
All right,
they
Timmy, get off the fucking Roblox. It's time to hack some other shit besides ours.
That's what's funny is that they will find who he is and they'll say, "Listen, here's your option. You're gonna go to prison for 30 years, or you can come work for us.
You can tell us how the fuck you did it, and hate your life."
Yeah, he's like you said, this is the same guy that did Uber. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it is nuts. It's a big hack. It's a big deal. It's kind of weird how some people have these computer keyboard superpowers and are able to do this type of shit. I certainly am not one of them, and I know that a lot of you are wondering how the fuck this kid did it too. Who knows? But now we know that he's going to be working for the government soon. That kind of makes me feel good. So, I do got to give a shout out to everyone watching live,
He
guys.
actually hacks RDX and that's DDoSing you.
Yeah.
He's the one that's been killing us.
Shout out to almost 1,000 people joining us live, guys. We started a little bit late, not too late. We're running so far. Let me double check, triple check. Drop frame 0. Right now we're running perfect at 1440p. So again, guys, select that 1440p option if you got a display that can support it. Halo Infinite. Why? Because these were better, as Tupac would say, better days. This is at the beginning when it launched, and we thought that the whole world was in front of it, and now it's got rigor mortis in the corner.
Rigor mortis.
Wow.
That's hot.
I'm kidding. It's still alive, but we covered it last week. Hopefully, those guys get it sorted out. There is some more information on Halo, though, that doesn't necessarily ring positive. I don't know. This is interesting because Halo's David Berger, he's basically the slip space engineer lead, left 343, or he's leaving 343.
Right.
Now, did they just had bad coffee in a coffee pot that day? What could be the issue that's causing that, Tim Dog? And be truthful about it.
Honestly, listen, also some of the stuff that did come out was that, Bonnie really kind of was fired because of season 3. I don't know, you guys didn't see that? No,
I'm shocked.
There was real reasons behind that, and it was they weren't happy with the delays and stuff like that and where the game was. So that's probably part of this. They're probably now entering a new restructure mode, and they have. You've mentioned this to me, dealer, and you've asked me to ask people, or you've tried to do the vetting your own, that the splits, the slip station,
Slip space.
The PlayStation engine.
Slip space engine has really wreaked havoc because it's new, and there's been a lot of stuff that, as we talked about before, farmed out with it, that's caused issues. One of the issues was there was some type of mechanic where it was a melee or something, and they couldn't fix it because the
guy that made it was a contractor.
He wasn't answering his phone. So, this isn't probably a good thing, to be honest. At this point, I think Halo is wait and see, and you got to put them on the back burner. They, they kind of admitted defeat, and they took the L on this.
I thought this was worth mentioning. Lead space engine guy is like, hey, you know what? This engine sucks, and he leaves. You're the lead on it. Well, that doesn't say a whole lot of good things.
Sucks.
No,
fuck this engine. Who made this? It's like it was
What? That's kind of exactly the what I thought. That my first instinct when I saw this guy left and he was, the head guy for the slip space engine, I thought, is there problems with the slip space engine? And then, you hear we've all heard mumblings of, them having issues with it and stuff.
Yes.
And it's like, and then
It's
he
not even a
leaves.
completely
It's
new
like,
engine.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah.
It's not even. Joe even said that it's basically the same engine they were using before, except they just changed some stuff. And this is the shit that I'm talking about.
And it
Like
got ray
changing
tracing.
So
stuff
bad.
over time and adding stuff. It ain't got ray tracing
It's
for
got ray
shit.
tracing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw the trailer. The beginning when there was ray tracing in it.
Yeah, so I think they're just cleaning house, and I think they're realizing we're not going to be doing another Halo Infinite. And if that means like what basically Tim said, wait and see on Halo, because they're going to fucking revamp the entire studio and change a lot of the leads because this was unacceptable to them. And while the game launched pretty decently to reviews, the support afterwards is just fucking atrocious. And if you look at what happened with that Call of Duty event where they had all those modes in Warzone, it is fucking embarrassing comparatively. Like it's not even close. And that's where Halo should be, is that level right there. Because it's that big of a franchise.
You got to compete.
So
Right?
no excuses. No fucking excuses, man. And
Even Halo 5 was pushing out a lot more content.
Halo 5's multiplayer was really fucking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want. Again, we crushed him on this shit 50,000 times. I don't want to spend too long doing it here.
No,
but
I didn't really even spend much time with this either. Like there's really nothing.
you already beaten a
much to
dead
say
horse
on
that's
it.
already been dead and stuff.
But
and shit.
my question is, like, now that this guy's leaving too, and now there's new management there. Are they going to continue with this 10-year plan? And I'm using air quotes here. You can't see.
Good question.
Never used a
I'm
10-year
wondering if
plan.
they're-
Seriously, never.
Listen,
I'm wondering if they're going to go away from
No,
this whole thing
yeah.
with the Halo Infinite, this roadmap, and just like come out with like a Halo 6 or 7, whatever.
Well, I can say this. In January, I heard there was a kind of a true up or a sit down. Xbox wasn't happy then, I think Bonnie produced a huge, roadmap. And then what probably happened is that when, the months passed on and they're missing all these dates, they kind of realized probably that roadmap is a bullshit. So,
Yeah.
At one time there was I can say this for a fact, there was a really big roadmap for Halo Infinite. But if the rumors are true, some of the stuff that they said that they poured hundred millions of dollars and they haven't seen the engagement. I mean, listen, you could look at any of the Steam stats and you could realize the engagement's not there. That would support $100 million title.
But my question, because like playing through the campaign, I had a good time with it. Don't get me wrong.
Me too.
And I think that the graphics are fine and the story was fine. But do I want to continue on with the same story and the same graphics and the same? No, I would like some changes there, and I don't want to be held to that with this whole roadmap that they were planning on doing with this game.
Yeah,
that's why I would love that they would just kind of put a nail in Halo Infinite and just say, okay, we're putting that to bed, and then let's make Halo 7 and make it an incredible.
There are positives to kind of starting over with it, but again, I'm dying listening to the Halo shit again. Like we went in to him so hard over the last show or two. It was much warranted, but Bonnie was let go for a reason, as we knew then. And it's a good thing that they're trying new things. It means they're listening.
Exactly.
And on the bright side,
listening.
Jayhawk in the chat says that Forge looks absolutely incredible, which he is correct on. Forge does look absolutely incredible. Now the question is, how much support will the game get for how long? I feel like they're going to do the best thing maybe for the people playing the game, but I don't know. I have no idea. What I do know is that the lead engine developer, hopefully they didn't contract this shit out now. That guy leaving is I don't know if it's after all it could be him that caused issue. The engine is an issue, right? Well, he's the lead fucking guy on the engine, so maybe it could be something to do with the staff there. I have no idea. But I say stop contracting out and take your time and use Unreal Engine 5. Show a little bit of commitment. 343.
Well, well, that's the thing. I remember I was saying, listen, there's going to be 1,500. I had heard that there was so many people working on Halo, but what's the old statement? Too many cooks in the kitchen. Cooks in the kitchen, and that really reared its ugly head. Especially I heard and I think it was written about too. When the contracts were over, it was like a ghost town. Like there was like 5 developers left when there were like hundreds at these places making games.
Yeah.
And there was a lonesome amount of developers, and they had monumental tasks of keeping the service this free to play service running, and they pretty much pushed out like that they would two maps in 6 months. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So
Content.
the motto for a bad run managed company is in tech is called. It happens when the contractor does the work, the FTE or full time employee gets all the credit.
Yep.
That is a bad motto to have, and that is exactly like when you hear that at a company, you don't apply to them. That is exactly what 343 did then. If it was like a ghost town, it was all those contractors, because those contractors aren't getting paid as much as the FTEs, right? The full-time employees.
Again,
They're
we're
not,
getting,
and
getting
it
the
just
fuck off
sucks.
Halo. Like, again, like it's shitty. It happened. Let's just move forward.
Let's
Close
hope
the
for the
door.
best. How
Let's
about
just-
that?
Oh,
Let's
no,
hope
no,
for the
Now,
best.
if they
We're
release an
moving
update tomorrow and Halo's more fucked up, we'll be talking about it the next Tuesday. But until
See, it's
then,
Tuesday, bitch. It's gonna happen.
until then, we got to say good job changing out some management. What the fuck have we been asking for years? All right, like we can keep it there if you want, or we can just move along to the next topic.
forward.
Bye-bye, Halo.
What do you think, chat? Hey, Zucker, there are a few of these
Let's
chats here if you want to grab them while I get the next topic ready, buddy.
Yeah, so we got Hargitty dropped the Cyberpunk global code, which by the way has been like trending up hardcore, like
Huge.
over 100,000 people playing it concurrently on Steam, shit like that. Like it's insane.
Mhm.
We got Papa Bokok. He said Boko. I don't know. Great show, RDX gang. Chat, hit that like button and show these fellas some love.
Ooh-wee.
And then we got Hargi Chani, who's talking about the hack and the source code. He says the security is based on certs, so it won't be that big of a deal. The real issue is to cleanse the code to make sure there isn't any malware. It'll take some time. Remember, there's a lot of open source code in the world. Yes, there is. Go on GitHub and you'll find a fuck ton of it. We got Paul, member for 23 months. They're in no hurry to release this game. GTA 5 is still making them a ton of money. I bet we don't see this for another 5 to 6 more years.
No,
Damn.
that's crazy talk. I think it'll be in 2024.
Yeah, I think 2025 early.
I'm 25.
We got Hargi Chani says they can fix the current Halo game. Let's give them time to fix this mess. Waiting on maps. There's supposed to be something dropping this weekend for Halo 3's anniversary. Yeah, well, give them time and I guess more money, lol. We got Jaquin Branch. 343 Industries should have a second location, a support studio, and a cry engine. There you go, fix.
Cry engine.
CryEngine's pretty outdated. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting, all of it. You know, it like I said, I really mean it when I think there should be some kind of documentary from Xbox on what happened with that. There's so many questions, you know. Similar thing that happened to Sea of Thieves, right? When it first came out, I was like, man, I wish there was a documentary on what the hell happened with this game. But again, guys, let us know your thoughts. Shout out to over 1,000 people watching us live, guys. Hit the like button, tell everybody we're live, and of course, let us know your thoughts in the chat down below. Comments especially. Big shout out to PYD, who won the Patron Game Giveaway. 6 months of Game Pass, actually, is what he chose. Shout out to everyone that supports everything that we do. All of us on the panel, we all appreciate you guys just for watching each of our channels and rocking out with us every week. But you know, we gotta go forward. Now, we did the show. They didn't have a Tokyo Game Show, right? We did the show last Tuesday. We get to talk about this. What did they actually cover there at Tokyo Game Show? Did they have anything interesting for people to pick up on or buy or anything like that?
Lots of Japanese studios, JRPGs that are coming, some classics, you know, if you're into those things like Ni no Kuni and stuff.
That's on Game Pass now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just released.
And also, you know, they announced stuff like AC Odyssey coming to Game Pass.
Guilty
and
Gear.
stuff. Guilty Gear,
Blazing
Strive,
Blue.
Blaze Blue. Yeah, lots of stuff. But yeah, the most exciting thing I think there for me was
D-Batch,
honestly-
mute your mic, man.
yeah, I'm listening to him and I'm going, what's going
He's like,
on
the
here?
D-Batch sounds different this week.
Zocca.
But yeah, so Odyssey coming to Game Pass, Blaze Blue, Ni no Kuni, a bunch of stuff that some people have been asking
a
for.
bunch of other like Japanese games like Danganronpa V3.
That's my favorite game, soccer.
What?
Kiriko
Yeah.
Dashes or
Just stop,
something like
bro.
I don't know, like the
might-
Ni no Kuni.
Nemo
Wrath
Joe,
of the White Witch.
we're getting canceled for sure. Thanks.
I don't know
Roger.
what the fuck is going on. I'm reading these. I'm looking at the whole statement. Like I didn't really watch it because it's very like focused on games. I don't really play all that much, so I didn't care. But it's cool that they're out there and they talk about like really partnering with Japanese developers.
Yeah.
And then also the big thing was like Phil, taking pictures with Kojima, and same with Sarah
Oh,
Bond. Like they were out
yeah.
there hanging out with him, taking pictures. All
It's
the
like, I
Sony
can't
fans
wait
were
to
like,
listen to your
"How fucking dare you!"
Well, I can tell you this much about TGS. I heard the reaction was really positive.
Yeah, it was.
And it was very good. They were happy with it. And in my opinion, I do feel like Xbox with Sarah kind of like leading the charge here. After Activision, they're gonna really, I think, try for a developer there or a publisher there. I wouldn't be surprised if that's their. You're going to hear a lot of this after the Activision deal hopefully goes through. You'll hear about double downing because it looks like Microsoft, even based on Phil's comments and I things that I've heard before, that Microsoft is looking to, basically
Expand.
shoot down twice, double down. Like they're not looking to just like say this is it. And the reason being is that they see growth in this area, 3 billion gamers. And you look at their business model. It used to pour money into Windows operating system. Windows operating system is now dwindling because everything's going mobile. The cloud is obviously funded well, but they've done a lot of expansion there. And then they see this area where they could tap into 3 billion customers. And Satya is on board, so. Japan is a place that I think that could be the double down move, and just keep an eye out on that, and let's see what happens. You know what I mean? I think that if they're happy with the progress that they're supposedly S is selling much better than they thought it would be, and now they're kind of they went there, they had Phil there, they had Sarah there. They're going to be going back there. I think that's a region where they feel like they can get some market share and be a positive outlook for them to have a developer within Xbox Game Studios or a publisher that kind of fills them out globally.
Yeah, and the cloud is going to be massive there, obviously, right? So
Yeah.
those guys
Exactly.
are. We'll see what they do, but I mean, basically they announced some Ni no Kuni, Blaze Blue, some other games that are probably on Game Pass now or soon. I don't know all the dates of those, or I would tell you. That's cool. I guess it's a little more than some people expected. Game Pass games, but like right now that you can actually go play, and then you can understand why you might not or might like them. One of those two. But anything other than that at Tokyo Game Show at all? Nothing.
No, I
can't
like
remember anything else.
for what I was going to say earlier is the best thing that I liked anyway was the deeper dive into Wolong and talking to the development team there with Team Ninja. That was pretty interesting, and then we got the demo, so that was cool. I didn't really expect it myself, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, cool, and got to try that, and it's great. Talked about it earlier. People, go try it out if you haven't. It's a fun game. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that game when it hits Game Pass, and it was cool to see the developers talk about it and stuff. And
Yeah, that's one of the developers that Phil really in interviews. I don't know, like not just like the Persona one. When Neo 2 came out, it was a lot of people's like game of the year. People are like, "Yo, this was fucking amazing from Team Ninja." And one of the things I remember there was an interview, and I forgot who it was. They told Phil, they're like, I have a hard time recommending, Xbox to people when they can't play Neo 2 on it. And Phil was like, "Oh, I understand." He goes, trust me, I understand that." He goes, "They're very talented studios." So he knows what studios are out there that are
said
good in
that to
Japan.
Phil?
I fucking forgot. It was like 2 years ago. It was like 2 or 3 years ago. Somebody said it to him. It might have been like Greg Miller. I'm not too sure. Like really, like it was a pretty big interview.
He's like
and,
a
during E3.
PlayStation guy. Yeah, of course. And Neo 2 is going to do it. I don't know, man. I get what he's saying, I guess. Yeah, you got that audience there, but I think they forget that it's just nothing compared to what Microsoft are actually trying to go for. I think it's awesome they're including these games, though, and that options are there. I think they do need to keep expanding and kind of getting that diverse lineup of games for every crowd. But also, I just, they're not going to die without it.
I'm with Jigga J in the chat. What's up? He said, would love to see more demos come back overall. I'm in total agreement. I love playing through some demos and checking out games.
Well, you can pay for them on Sony's side.
And now Game Pass is doing the same shit where they got the demos and the Game Pass and whatnot on these special occasions. But they stopped doing demos because publishers say they think they reduce sales. People get in there and say, "Oh, this game sucks."
When it's trash, yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And that's what I like about it. I like the test.
I'd like to know if it's trash. Yeah, trust me, I like it too. It's just I think that's why they don't do it, unfortunately. But you know what they do? Well, maybe.
You said do.
You know what they do is maybe anyway is a new PlayStation 5. Another one.
Oh,
yes,
my
not only have they
God.
reduced the copper and some of the stuff in there to reduce the price multiple times since it's launched, but now there are sources, insider gamers quoting some sources that this new PS5 will be able to use with you'll be able to use it with what is that fucking
detachable disk drive.
Yeah, detachable
External,
disk drives, external disk drives. And this is something I talked about with the Series S that they need to do. Like let you slap in a 4K Blu-ray drive or even a regular DVD drive. The app is still the app. You still get it on your Series S, and you just boot it up and run the disc through the USB. Why? I mean, I could see this happening, but what's the point of it? I guess what's the point of it? What's the point of them doing that?
Price and
so they can just sell the
price.
digital one at $400, the same price as always.
Yeah. So they can lower they lower the materials, lower the price, take out the disk drive. You have the option for the disk drive, get a little bit cheaper. I'm not sure. Is it going to be what's the price on this? Do we know the price on this?
Let's be honest. It's so they can charge more for the disk drive itself. Be honest, bro. That's what they're going to do.
You got 'em.
That disk drive is going to be way more expensive than it would have been if they just slapped it in there for the cost that they pay for it. It's going to be expensive.
They're bringing HD DVD back. All right, that's what they're doing.
I also think it has something to do with the aesthetics of it, because I know Sony is a proud company, and I know they don't like that gamers think that their console is ugly. Like, you got the fanboys and it's the best looking console in the universe, but reality is it's the ugliest console ever created. I'm sorry, it really is. I enjoy playing on it, but I don't enjoy looking at it. It's not a good looking console, and I think if they could shrink the size of it and change the aesthetics, I think it would go a long way for the Sony brand itself. So I think that could be part of the reason.
They obviously don't give a fuck about the size of it. They shrunk the heatsink and everything inside of this new one, and they didn't shrink the size of the overall console anyway. I don't think they give a shit about that.
I think they over-engineered it, to be honest with you. I think they were worried about it overheating.
Well, yeah, there's liquid metal in there. Now, you'll get a rebuild when they don't have to use that liquid metal anymore.
Okay, and don't take what I said lightly either, people. I don't give a shit if a PlayStation guy puts this out there and clips me. I don't give a shit, okay? The fact remains, they're not going to lower the price on the overall console itself. They're going to push this console out for, what does the digital one go for now? Is it still 4?
Yeah.
400?
Well, who knows? Everywhere else it might be $500.
It'll be $400, right? But with this extra, they're going to sell you something this disk drive for $150, bro. They're going to sell this disk drive for $150 just to get you.
I don't know about that. That's a lot.
Here's an option. It's dumb. And it's a $10 disk drive for over $100. That's what it's going to be.
I mean, maybe they could save some money. I know the disk drive now that's in the $500 one isn't a $100 drive. You can get that for like $50 to $80 if you're buying that, mass. I don't.
But they're not going to charge you just $50.
Hang on a second.
After the bad contract with Fonz, and he was right about the bad contract, I'm going to kind of agree with him on everything now. Yeah, they're going to charge $300 for a disk drive. Trust me.
No. It's going to be over $100, bro. They're not going to charge you $50 for a disk drive. That's not happening. That's not Sony's way.
No, I don't think it'll be $50. I don't know if this is even really going to happen yet. But at the end of the day,
I just feel like they're going backwards in technology. Like, this is like the HD DVD drive, that the 360 had. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, am I going to really buy another device, so to speak, and just have that plugged in and then trailed out? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why? Why is this even
an
a
electric
thing?
octopus? Okay, don't worry about it.
It's so stupid.
The more cords, the better.
You know what? I think
I
think it's an option of just making one that's cheaper, and that if you want the drive, you can have the drive as well. I want to touch on what Dealer said, though. I think that's actually a really good idea to have it for the Series S, to have an external drive add-on that you can watch your movies, or if you want to buy games, if you want to buy disc games, that option I think is great, because in actual practice, the
Just
Series
buy a
S,
Blu-ray
it can-
player.
but if you have a Series S, if they can sell it for $100 more, and you could add on to your Series S, why not? Well,
I think
it's
I
an
agree
option.
with Zocker. It's kind of going back. It's going
Nah,
backwards in
man.
tech.
You
It's
got to sell things, and there's an actual need for that. Because for instance, if you're on digital, when there's physical sales, you can't take advantage of that. There's a lot of physical sales that don't come to digital on the consoles. So say a game's $20 physical on sale at GameStop, and it's still $50 on
When's the last time you bought a physical game?
I still buy physical games.
I haven't.
'Cause they
You're
get
the
on-
only
they go
one
on
I know.
sale.
I don't know anybody.
They have
that's
deals
all
where
digital.
you could trade 3 of your older games that are worth like $10, and you get the game for free. I did that for NBA 2K
Yeah. I mean,
23.
I don't know.
So,
It's just weird that. I mean, again, I think a portable kind of more, detachable disk drive for something like a Series S is a great idea, because I found myself in a situation where I'm like, I got 4K Blu-rays. Is by far the best way to watch these movies on this thing, and I don't have a disk drive on a Series S, so I had to go switch consoles, right? Yeah, I get that argument, but I'm just wondering. I guess Sony are wanting to just maybe knock the SKUs down and make production even cheaper. It could be they're definitely doing that really quickly. Often they're revisioning things quite a bit. So I guess we'll see. I mean, chat, let us know what you think of the point, or is there a point, or do you even care? And would it even sell enough to really even be viable for them to make a profit off of it anyway?
I mean, how many people even got the one with the disc, without the disc anyway? When it comes to the PlayStation 5, like those are unicorns, bro.
Yeah.
Like, hardly
But if they
anybody
plan on
has
stop
those.
making the disc one, then that would be maybe a good reason why.
But as soon as a digital one goes on sale, it sells out instantly, just because it's the cheaper option.
Yeah.
Sorry, man, my kids are.
Yeah,
awesome.
no. I wanted the digital as well, and I wouldn't have bought an attachment for a disc drive. There's just no way. That it's so old school.
Well, don't you like old school stuff?
Shit, man. I buy a Blu-ray player to watch a Blu-ray movie. Like it makes no sense to buy something like that to attach to a console like that.
Well, some
For
people,
me, anyway,
they
it's
might.
just-
Yeah, who knows?
whatever.
It's not for
In
everyone.
today's digital
We'll see.
age, yeah, most people are buying digital now anyway. It's weird. It's weird. You're right. It's about cost cutting, but it's also about selling you a peripheral that's going to be like,
if they plan on
plus
stop
bucks.
making the disc drive version, right?
Yeah.
If they
Yeah.
plan on stopping that production, again, it's. I just thought it was worth mentioning. I didn't think everybody would get fired up over this shit.
No. It's an interesting topic. It really is.
Well,
No, but I have
what-
an argument with the digital versus physical. Yeah, a lot more people are buying digital. I'll agree with that.
Bring back
There's still a lot of
dongles.
people
That's what
buying
Dead Time
physical.
said.
There's still a lot of
Stupid.
people buying physical. There is.
Sorry, D.
There's a dongle for that, D.
D. I want to
mean,
know
during
if you,
during the pandemic, I think Sony now is at like 80% digital. Like I know that you're saying that there's a lot, but I just feel like this is completely going
I'm thinking about the
backwards.
consumer. I'm not
Yeah,
worried
it
about
is.
Sony.
I'm not worried about
This
Sony. I'm
means-
just saying the consumer.
this
That's
is-
80% of the
this
I
consumer.
is-
know,
that
but
does
there's
digital.
20%
but
that
this
could
is a-
maybe use something like this. Is all I'm saying.
And there's such a thing as an option, right? You don't have
Yeah.
to opt into
True,
it. It's
true.
an option.
And if this means more digital consoles for Sony, then great. That's awesome. A lot of people can be happy and just buy the digital console. So
Well, let me know if you think there's a dongle for this, Fonz. Ex-Sony executive, well, he's now advising Tencent. And by the way, this is Sean Layden, the guy
Sean
that said
Layden.
the Xbox Game Pass model is just not sustainable.
yeah, I don't know what he's doing over there for Tencent exactly.
Teaching them
I
how to
just
make
barely heard.
Buying 4% of every studio.
So that's what he's going to help them do is just buy out Sony. Is that
They
what
don't
he's
even
gonna
buy
do?
out. They just buy
Just buy
4%
'em.
of it.
He's going to
They'll
come
be like,
back and be like, fuck you,
4%.
Jim. He fucking buys all of Sony.
Yeah, that's what I think he's doing. Yeah, that's what he's doing. We figured it out. He's buying
And
Sony.
fuck you, PC gamers. They're off. Just takes all the games back off PC.
Sean Layden's savage. You don't give a fuck.
No, good.
Oh,
He said,
but
"Talking
they're all
that
going
shit,
to
huh?"
mobile.
Little bitch.
Ragnarok on mobile.
Ragnar Mobile, yeah. I mean, Sean Layden, who knows? Is Tencent, though, to have something like Tencent, you're advising them, right? Tencent is a major player in the future. And again, we've talked about how Google and Amazon and Tencent were going to buy ZeniMax and all these other things. And that's why Microsoft bought them. People were wondering why did Microsoft buy them? Because they looked over and saw who else could buy them and what they would do or what they could do if they had
But isn't
owned those IPs. And then Phil comes out, confirms it recently. right? They weren't talking about it initially. And now you got Tencent hiring ex-console
Sean
gaming
Layden.
executives
But
advise them.
He hired a guy that now he's like a walking contradiction, right?
He's got a great beard, though. You can stop that.
I don't understand. Oh, okay, but how are you going to hire a guy who was so against, buying other studios and putting games out on other platforms and stuff? And this is exactly what Tencent's all about. Like, what is going on?
You got to remember that he's saying that because that's Sony. That was Sony's narrative. Just like Jim Ryan was saying it at the time, right?
But he was saying it after he got.
He was saying it
out
after
of Sony.
after Sony.
He was trying to get his
Yeah.
job back. He was outside the window with the boombox, all right?
He is contradicting himself, right, Zucker? I mean, it's
100% he is. Yeah, of course. People tend to run back on shit when they get a fuck ton of money, and that's exactly what he's doing. He got paid by Tencent, and he's like, actually, it's all right. And then he's saying consolidation, all this stuff is bad, but that's why they're investing 2.89% into this studio and 76% in this one, and they're fucking weird. Tencent's everywhere, and they are massive competition to just not only like Xbox but Microsoft in general.
Yeah, they definitely are.
All it proves is what a hypocrite he is, really and truly. It was good because it was in Sony's best interest to say that at the time, because of course it was going against what Microsoft was doing. And I think once you're a part of that culture, even though he left, he's still going to have that mindset. Now he got the bag, all that shit just went away.
He said, I'm not paid off. Don't worry about it.
And he goes to one of the worst offenders
Sure.
at that. So the hypocrisy is huge on this one, man.
Chat, let us know what you think about that. I would be very concerned for them, if Phil Harrison were advising for them. Phil Harrison ran the Xbox One launch into the ground. Somehow, some way, Google got drunk enough to think it was a good idea to hire him for Stadia. He ran that into the ground, and, obviously you don't want him at Tencent. But Sean Layden's track record is a little bit different, and no one's 100% officially sure on why he was, left or whatever. And now he's
Sean
advising
Layden ran North America for Sony. So this is a play at Tencent wanting to get into the North American market for either gaming and other markets within gaming. So that's what he did.
They already are.
And that's why he's advising. Yeah, they are, and they're going to get into it more. So it shows that they're going to be investing way more into North America. And funny enough, Jim Ryan ran all of Europe and dominated. So that's why he won over Sean Layden. And it's just the way it's going to be. Sean Layden's going to have to see what happens with Tencent and what they do in North America. And I guarantee you, Microsoft and everybody, that's over here is looking at that going like, all right, we got to be prepared for this shit now. So all it is, man, just business moves.
Yep. But yeah, it's just interesting. It's Sean Layden. And last time I talked about Sean Layden, I think it was something to do with a basement or a janitor, some stupid ass joking video. It was a long time ago. He's been out of Sony for a while. By the way, Tim is gone. Tim had to leave. He had a thing to do with his mom.
Piece of shit.
I think Tim's moving out today or something. He's hanging out with his mom for the last time.
No. He doesn't live with his mom. His mom lives with him. Get it right. So mean.
Well, whatever. Just I can't keep up anymore. Point is, I can get somebody off the bench to take a spot. So if you want to join the show and talk about a topic or two, let me know. Hit me up on Discord. I'll be checking that. And obviously, guys, let us know your thoughts on that last topic. It is interesting. And by the way, shout out to everyone watching live, guys. Hit the like button. Tell everybody we're live. We do appreciate it. Turn 10, according to them, they say Turn 10 will basically enter final polishing stages in early 2023. Polishing generally takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So, you're looking at, again, probably somewhere around March, something like that. April.
I would say, I don't know, man. I feel like that game is going to get pushed to the summer, if not September. At this point, they've had a lot of time to get everything right, and they apparently didn't start production on this game till way later than people thought. So,
well, they were in pre-production before the last one began, but yeah, but
still the studio wasn't on it. And then now that they are, and they're going to be on polishing at the beginning of the year, I'm looking at May, if that. It's going to be a while.
Yeah, I mean, they've been working on this fucking game for 5 years. Think of it that way. So if they can't get this shit out and because they've needed to do this for a while. They've needed to stutter step the release of this a little bit and push it 6 months so it releases in the first half of the year. That's the best time for Forza. That's the best time for a lot of games because you're not out there with Call of Duty and all this other shit. Now, I know that that's not necessarily the modern day kind of Game Pass thinking of releases, but I do think it's just a better time for for the game to come out. Hopefully, it could come out in early 2023 though.
Well, early of the year now is kind of stacked. I mean, it's been like that for like the last 3 years. Like,
Yeah.
people are releasing games all year. Like, that's just what it is. Like this year we had Elden Ring, right? Like, it was fucking game of the year, and it just like dominated everything. Horizon Forbidden West just was running in the fields, and it got speared through the freaking face by Elden Ring. So that's just what happens.
Elden Ring speared everything. It fucking went super
It did.
Goldberg
It fucking
on us.
it did, bro. Like,
Speared, bitch.
just killed, like, get fucked. So I'm looking at Motorsport, and there's other games out there too coming that they're supposedly like Starfield, Redfall around the same time. Like, those are supposed to be the 12-month period, right? So if this game is getting polished now, or at the end of the year, or beginning of next year, I don't know. I think it's a little farther off than people think.
Well, I think you're a downer. You can go fuck yourself.
Hey, man, just saying.
I need Forza Motorsport to come out sooner than later. That would be nice.
I think the next Forza Horizon's coming out before the Motorsport.
I'm going to go ahead and
holiday.
let me get Hargeet in here because I just saw his message first. And first come, first serve here. Let me grab Hargeet and assign a role to him.
He's in here, but
he should be able to join. Okay.
He can't talk.
I know. Hang on, bitch.
Can you get your shit together? God damn it!
No, it's like that on purpose, actually. And then I can add another role in it. Boom. I just got to know when they're in here, right? So all that good stuff and whatnot. So he should be good to go. Boom.
Yep.
It's
Can you hear
Hargeet.
me? Yo.
Yeah. See, I'm just now learning some of the shit here. But yeah, Turn 10 Forza. I'm glad they're working on this. I'm glad they're putting it out, man. It looked phenomenal. It's the best racing game by far. It's got ray tracing. It's the first time I heard Digital Foundry come out and talk about the difference between diffuse ray tracing and reflective type ray tracing. And it's like, yes, does it take a little bit more to simulate diffuse lighting and light bounce? Yes, it does. But are they focusing on that more than they are the fact that it actually is real-time ray tracing in a legitimate manner and it's not bullshit and it's at 60 FPS? It's impressive, man. I just don't think the game got quite enough praise for what it was doing. But you know what else doesn't get enough praise? It's the chat for listening. And shout out to all of you guys. One of you is probably still out there playing Babylon's Fall. And to that guy, I got bad news for you. That's closing down in February of 2023. Not only are they shutting down all the Platinum Games' last releases, like servers, they are canceling all the DLC plans, and they mailed everybody a letter that just says, fuck you, and you open it in real big font.
And then it slaps you.
Yeah. So Babylon's Falls, Platinum Games is, Scalebound developers. Last game they brought out. It was the one that only had one active user like several months back. And they had plans for DLC and everything for this game. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. And it's just such a big disconnect to the vision and how much they thought they were going to do with this. And it just didn't happen that way.
From what I saw, I watched a video and it was talking about why Babylon fell. No. Anyway, but it was talking about how this game was just so bad. And they also said like things like nothing worked really in the game. Nothing was really that great or really like made you feel like you wanted to even continue with this game. And they said even the graphics alone were just horrid. Like it wasn't good at all. There was a lot of bad things about the game. And I never played it, so I can't tell you why or how, but yeah, a lot of people, if you look it up on YouTube, there's a lot of videos that are criticizing the hell out of this game.
Yeah.
And it's not good. And there's a reason why it's closing, man.
Yeah, it makes me wonder why Hideki is still... Well, who the fuck is still giving this guy money?
I have no idea. At this point, like... They need to, they got some other games, like it's Platinum Games, right?
Yeah.
So it's like they got some other games that have came out like that, like Astral Chain for the Switch that was successful. They have other games that have come out that have done well.
And
it's
Nier
like
as well, right?
There's a bunch of stuff that they bring out that's good, but it's like on a cadence, like wow, here's a good game, and then all of a sudden a fucking flop, and then here's another great game, and then a flop, and then here's a good game, and then a flop. It's
and then
like
6 months to take us back,
thing.
Xbox.
It's like, can we get a trend going of who's building those bangers? Like, who's doing that one? Let's talk to that guy. Then the other ones, you go in the corner. You go in the corner and you figure it out.
Go in the corner.
Yep. That's why I said there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Like, you just got to let one guy run stuff, and the head of snake will take the body with it, right? So I wonder who is kind of leading the charge on those good games. If it's the same guy, I'm not versed enough in those games. Maybe one of you guys can let us know. But Babylon's Fall has fallen.
Yeah, so this is one of their 10 or whatever live service games, right? That one's dead. Next.
Have they really? Have you saying they've had 10 or they're going to have 10?
That was what they said. They're gonna have 10, right? And so
Fuck.
I'm assuming this was one of them. And
number
so
10.
one down.
Who's funding these fucking things?
Sony.
Oh my! Yeah, that was an exclusive PS5 title
Yes,
because of
it
that.
was.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, they did say that, didn't they? They did say that they're gonna have like 10 live service games and one down. What's next, fuckface?
Yeah, why are they shooting for live service? Like, I get that it's the market, but you never really build anything great when it's not what you want to build. You know, teams excel in what they're passionate about, and I just don't believe that they went from, fucking everything that they built in terms of what was Scalebound, which was forced co-op. They didn't know how to do it. That's something they blamed Xbox on, but they agreed to do it despite that. All the way from the Metal Gear Revengeance, I think it was, to Nier Automata, a game where you get an achievement for looking up a skirt, and then you got this one, a live service game that died in an almost record time. Like, it's kind of interesting. So when I hear people say Xbox need to get platinum, no, they fucking don't. Trust me. They really, really don't. They don't need platinum.
Well, I mean, the games like Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance, and Bayonetta, like they're all highly rated games, and a lot of people play them and buy them.
Yeah.
Like those games, like when you stick to what you're good at, like you said, like they're good at single player kind of games like that. And Bayonetta 3 is coming out October 28th this year.
Yeah.
So it's like they got some
it's
stuff
highly
coming out.
overrated, but
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't
so
know. Like
negative,
some people like them, just like
I
Red Dead
know.
Redemption 2 is highly overrated, right?
Red Dead does a lot of cool shit.
All
right.
I had to. I just Fawn just sitting there like I'll fight
He's
you.
like,
Yep.
it's like I rolled over and tapped Arthur on the shoulder and told him you're talking shit.
I rolled over and sneezed on him and died.
Yeah, he did die from a sneeze. But it was a good game. Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto are like the only franchises that get away with the shittiest aiming in the world. So bad so that it's widely accepted that it's just snap aim. It's no big deal, and I don't even give a fuck because the game looks so good and it's got such cool mechanics. But yeah, the aiming and stuff really needs to be improved in the next Grand Theft Auto. Too bad that wasn't necessarily leaked. But there are a few updates on the Xbox side. So if you wanted to try out Discord for your Xbox, you can now do that. It's available to everybody. You just go to the party section and try Discord on Xbox. That's there. And then they've also got a noise suppression in the party chat now. By default, I think it's on, and it's very, very impressive. I don't know if we talked about this on the show, but it really does work well. We had KY Bob turn on the fucking song behind him. He's talking, eating chips. We don't hear any of the shit until we have him talk, and it actually cuts everything out but his voice. The music that was there when he had it on or off, it was gone. So it's pretty impressive. It's really, really intelligently designed. They also are updating their DRM as well in the box. After all these years, they're updating the way their check-ins work for these games. And they they do got a quote here. They said that since the Series X and S launch, I just want to sum it up. Basically, we found out we don't need to do checks as often as we thought we did. We're reducing the DRM. It's kind of a little odd timing, don't you think? Like all this time later.
I mean, yeah, it kind of like shadow dropped, right? Like this whole like DRM thing, and then like changing it and updating it, and it's like, yeah, you can do this offline now, and we're just doing it. Like it just didn't seem like a big announcement, but people made a shit ton of announcements and articles about it, like going like, wow, look at all this. Like the Discord thing kind of fell to the side almost, right? Like that's the way I looked at it, and I didn't even know that the update was coming until I saw the articles, and they were like, yeah, I guess this happened like 2 days ago, big update. I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know why we're still talking about the DRM stuff. Like, I thought we moved past that.
I think there's a lot of misinformation around it. Like, people don't think they can play their games that they bought, right? And it's because they're game sharing, but they don't know that's why. Or when the internet's out, right?
When they're offline,
yeah, stuff like that. But, I mean, they just said that, it's not needed in the majority of cases for Xbox One discs. I guess they just now figured this shit out, but It's something interesting. I got a lot of messages about this. Weirdly so, I'm like, wow, why is everyone fucking messaging me about this DRM shit? Like, it's something they're updating. I'm sure they've changed
Because people are
things
still
about
talking about it close to 10 years later. That the DRM thing happened 10 years ago, and Xbox is unanimous with DRM, and that's why everybody's like, look, it's finally 10 years. It's like, Jesus Christ, no, man. Like, it's just is what it is. Like, they just did a little update for it. It's not a big deal.
Well, unplug your Xbox, and then you can play your games offline and be by yourself. And
I
enjoy
like
your
that.
day.
I call it the lonely box.
Yeah, it's real good. It's like a PlayStation now.
Wow.
Hey, there's also
Facts.
I'm just kidding, Sony guys. Don't cry. There's also some information. A Windows Central article here talking about EA and Motive working on some kind of Iron Man game potentially. That's I don't know. I guess we know they're gonna have decent flying at least because they did a pretty decent job of flying in Anthem, right?
Yeah, they did. And if you're Xbox Obi, you think the flying in Iron Man for Avengers is better than
Why
Anthem.
do you always bring that up? All right,
Because we're talking about Iron Man.
Obi's
And I
awesome.
like Obi. I want him to be a part of the show because he's never a moderator, anyways. Anyways,
He was in there. He was there tonight. I saw him get online too.
I saw him for 35
like a
seconds.
minute. Yeah.
I saw him for 35 seconds. No, I'm looking forward to this because obviously comic book. I want to play comic book games. I want more of them. Make as many as you can with the characters I love. So this sounds awesome. I think, so it's EA and Motive Studios working on it. And isn't this the Amy Henning? Or no, that's the Black Panther game, isn't it?
That's Black
Captain
Panther.
America. Yeah, the Black
Captain
Panther
America,
one.
yeah.
And what was it for? Spoken, whatever that game.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah, she's on that too. Yeah.
Yeah, she's on that. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I know this came out a little while ago that there's an Iron Man game being made, and that EA has been working very closely with like Disney. So like with Star Wars, and then you talk about Marvel, all this stuff, and this is just another Marvel game being licensed out. I feel at this point they're fucking handing them out like it's trick or treat. Maybe Xbox should look into it.
It's gonna
just
go
a
back to the
little.
old days where the movie tie-in games is coming back, bitch.
I can't wait. I can't wait to play
Xbox.
Shadow
Thor's still
game
out there. Thor's still out there. Xbox, get it?
Right.
They're like, you're
Yeah.
right. We don't. Who gives a shit? And they just walk
They're
past.
like, yeah. Mhm.
Punisher.
Yeah,
Black
They're like, did you
Panther.
see that last movie? It was trash.
Well,
Hargeet,
we got Blinks the Time Cat coming back.
Hargeet, what do you think? Are you going to be playing? You're flying around as Iron Man? What's going on?
Why not? Yeah. It'll come to Game Pass at some point, right? Because EA's in there. Yeah.
Here we go.
Why buy it?
Here we go with you Game Pass bastards. We don't play nothing unless it's on Game Pass. It's funny though.
You better watch out. You're gonna upset somebody on Twitter.
I know, right?
Oh well. I don't
Yeah,
really
I mean,
tweet
so
anyway.
the only thing I have as a little bit of a hesitation is I don't know if it'll be good, right? The last game they did was I bought it, pre-ordered it, and I was very disappointed, right? So
What was
we'll
the last
see.
game?
That was Sega's attempt, wasn't it? Sega did that one. This is Motive
No.
though. Motive did the single player
Yeah,
for
Motive.
Battlefront 2,
Yeah,
which is not a great.
yeah.
Maybe they.
Yeah,
Maybe
It's
they.
not a great.
I don't know. I
The
just-
last
He,
game
like,
that
he
I got
stops
played
walking it
Anthem,
back.
and I did not
But
like
this
that
is
one. Now that-
Motive.
yeah, that Star Wars game was supposedly good, right? But then, yeah, Battlefield again, it wasn't good, and I don't know. They have a very bad track record lately, so unless it's Vince Zampella doing it, then it's probably
With
good.
just him and only him. Everyone else get out.
Right?
Vince is working.
It's just
Get the
the way
fuck
it
out of
is.
here. But yeah, I mean, Iron Man, I don't know. It'll be interesting. It depends on how they do it. I am more confident in them now that Jedi Fallen Order is coming out, and then, hopefully the next one's even better than that. But I figured it was worth mentioning potentially an Iron Man game being worked on over there at EA. Zucker, do you want to grab these chats real quick, buddy?
Yeah, gotcha.
And again, guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Tell a buddy to we're live as we get into all the latest and greatest. Let us know your thoughts about some kind of Iron Man game. I have faith that it will at least fly decently. You know what had the best flying I think that I might have experienced? I'm on the edge here, and people will probably take shots, but Saints Row, the wingsuit in Saints Row, the new Saints Row, is absolutely phenomenal. And when you get the perks to make it glide longer and further, you can glide for days. And I think it's really well animated and simulated kind of decently for a game like that. It was really good wingsuiting, man.
Go play Anthem.
I'm gonna go play
Go
Roblox now.
Anthem's
play Anthem.
flying is
Yeah,
really
Anthem's
good.
flying was amazing.
Yeah,
That was the best part of the
maybe
game.
they'll improve that.
Like, don't bring up Saints Row again. Okay,
You
let's get
play
to
for
the
10 minutes. You don't bring it up.
I
What I will say is
that's all
that
I
the
care for,
wingsuiting in
because
that
it
game
crashed.
was amazing, and it's got the best wingsuiting or any flying outside of a suit of armor or a plane that I've experienced, honestly. But anyways,
You
now
need to
that my
experience
moment's
more
over, my
wingsuits.
little you need to experience some. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. Go ahead and go ahead and forget these, you fuck.
We got Havoc who says the only thing that worries me about digital is if the store changes policies, you could lose your investment. I guess. We got Glitch Doctor, member for 16 months. I haven't bought a physical game in years, but I shot myself in the foot by getting a digital PS5. Even on sale, Sony games are still 60 euros.
Mhm.
Ouch.
Damn. Yeah. Then we got Havoc again. I will fist fight you, Zalker. Red Dead Redemption 2 is amazing. You're fist fighting yourself if you think that game's amazing. Moving on.
Is that true, chat? Is he fighting himself?
I made a review about that game when it first came out, I said most overrated game ever, and I still to this day get messages in that video in my comment section like what the fuck are you talking about? Just people getting so mad. It's like almost a
Rand was the top
4-year-old.
comment in there.
I
loved Arthur Morgan. This is why.
Video.
Those are all my alt accounts that I use to just bash you.
It's great. I made that shit when I had like 200 subs.
Rage Viper X, dealer like Saints. Yeah, I did enjoy Saints Row. Do I love it or anything? No, I'd probably give it like a 7. I got a lot of messages about that as well. I just was I was banned from Twitter and then I forgot all about it. But yeah, Saints Row, it's buggy as hell, especially in co-op. But if you even got to think about it, being the one game you might pick up that month, don't get it until it's a couple months down the road probably. But I thought it was the best Saints Row in a couple different ways at least. It's just people ran the hate wagon on it, and a lot of people have a lot of issues, especially on PC. And there were a lot of bugs even on console. It was unfortunate, but when it worked really well. Wasn't perfect. Story wasn't perfect.
That was the main issue about it. It was definitely the bugs that fucked up that game for a lot of people, and myself included.
Yeah,
I could have had a lot more fun in that game as well. The story is shit, but we all knew it was going to be shit.
Yep.
And come on, it was still Saints Row.
The story in all of the Saints Rows are shit. That's why I didn't expect much.
But
acting,
I mean,
like,
I would have had a lot of fun in that game had it not done the shit it was doing on me and pissed me off enough to say no, fuck this game, I'm gone.
Me and Bobo were in the party when Fonz Rage uninstalled Saints Row.
I got that game for free, and I still feel like it owes me money.
Wow.
Same,
I just
same.
God damn, dude.
What an
That can't
entitled
be that
prick.
bad.
I mean, fuck that thing. Game sucks.
You tried
so
to play
bad.
co-op with your friend on PC and it kept fucking up.
We couldn't progress the story at all because it just
Now
kept
I can
crashing at that
relate.
one mission, and then I went to go do it in single player, and that same mission after reinstalling everything just kept crashing, and then I looked it up, and they're like, "Yeah, that's called the infinite loop. You got to wait for a patch, and so start a whole new one, and if it happens again, you're fucked."
The
I was
same
like,
thing that happened to
cool.
me in Dying Light 2.
Yeah,
Dying
dying trash too. Yeah,
Dying
that one.
Trash 2. I need to, actually, I'm like 50 hours. I went in 40, lost my playthrough on the first one, had to restart because of that. And then I went in another 40 or 50, and now I'm like kind of at the end of Dying Light 2. I need to go back and refinish it with that flaccid ass fucking grappling hook they have in that game.
Oh my god!
It kind of flops up to the ceiling and glues itself and you can swing kind of for like a foot.
I was so excited for it. I was like, grappling hook. Then I threw it out. I was like, what happened?
Boot.
What's going on?
Hey, but the last grappling hook in Dying Light 1, that shit was fucking amazing.
That
Like, you
was
could literally
amazing.
grapple across the map. It was fake as fuck, but it was fun. I didn't mind it. But either way, chat, let us know what you think. Again, you guys are amazing. We got one more topic here. There was an ID at Xbox event that happened when did that happen? ID at Xbox Showcase.
Somebody said Saints Row going to Game Pass to get a larger crowd. No thanks.
I'll be-
And if it did that, don't even download it.
All right, no one
'cause
cares about the ID at Xbox thing. We can.
No, ID at Xbox, they didn't. To me, it wasn't a very good show. I didn't see much.
What'd you
that I was
expect and what did
excited
they
for.
do?
I wasn't really expecting much, but I've seen better ID at Xbox shows in the past. They didn't show the games for me, I guess.
We're only showing up for Chris Charlo. Was he at least there? He's a nice
no,
gentleman.
I didn't see Chris Charla.
Who ran the show? Was it Twitch? No.
Was it Twitch? I'm not even sure.
Well, they
That's how bad
talked
it
about
was.
they talked about a couple things, including our homie Joe. I think Joe, right? Song of Iron 2.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about that, so that's coming. I'm looking forward to that. Beat that whole thing. That was fun. Ghostbusters, like Spirits Unleashed, looked decent.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of like just indie titles, and I thought, a couple of these indie titles I've been playing on Game Pass have been a lot of fun. So like Moon Scars is coming this month, which looks fucking awesome. Check that out. That's
Moon
a small
Scars?
little indie. Moon Scars. So I'm looking forward to that. I downloaded another one that's
biggest
on
thing-
Game Pass. Is
the biggest
you
thing
suck
there
at
was-
parking? That's fun.
The biggest thing there was honestly what we've heard about before, which was Valheim, and that coming to Game Pass. That's other
Yeah, I
than
mean
that, bro,
Valheim.
all those little
I'm
games you're
looking at
talking
more of the
about is
new
just like-
ones. The Valheim one
but
is like a survival.
You just brought up a parking game, dude. Like,
I know, it's a
who's
small
really
one.
excited for that? Like,
There's still people talking about Red Dead 2 in the fucking chat. Jesus Christ.
No, I pissed them off, man.
Hey, hour, man. It's not that big a deal, man. He doesn't like Red Dead 2, but, he just now... damn it, every joke I want to make is inappropriate. Fuck. Just
Get
take
your
my word
mind
for it.
out of
You
the
know what
gut.
game I didn't
Take
like
my
that
word for it. All right, some people can
Zucker
not like Red
loved?
Dead 2, and that's fine.
Zucker loved, and a lot of other people did too, but I didn't like Immortals Phoenix Rising. I thought that was
Oh, that
crap,
game's
but
fucking amazing.
Wow, dude.
yeah, compared to RDR2.
Cargill?
Wow,
Crap.
dude.
Hey, but
Didn't like it.
yeah, I mean, it was Twitch you put on the show, by the way. The chat saying, and again, you're asking why I don't know. Normally, I'm up to speed on some of the shit. I've been fucking playing the shit out of NBA 2K23.
Dude,
like,
that's all
seriously.
you're playing.
That's
I
all
go
I'm
back
fucking.
and-
That's
It's
all I'm
like
doing.
3 a.m. I see dealers. He's like, hey, you want to play? I'm
He's like,
relax,
hey,
bro.
I'm a 95 overall. I've been grinding my ass off. The game is just, it's a lot of fun. It's, obviously got some issues, but every game does. Point is, Red Dead 2 can be
grinding if
disliked
you're
by
having
people.
fun, though?
Say what? I'm not grinding.
grinding
I'm not.
if you're
It
having
doesn't
fun,
feel like
though?
I'm grinding. Does that make sense? Because I feel like it's just the right game for me right now because I didn't play 22 as much. But again, it's just I'm enjoying it. I'm in the
You
playoffs right
didn't
now.
play 22 as much, bro. You were on that game for a long ass time last
No,
year.
22 only had like 13 days of game time in it.
Only 13 days.
I think he already has 35 days in this one.
I had 35 or so in 2K21, and that was my first basketball game ever. But again, point is, people can not like certain games, and it's okay. So I'm sure there's a game that's really, really popular out there. People in the chat that you really, really like, or you don't like, and you're wondering why the fuck everyone likes it.
Why are you sprinting in this Halo gameplay? You're not sprinting.
Listen, I'm just enjoying the sights.
That's blowing up all around you, and you're like nonchalantly running. It
Yeah,
makes me
because I'm
it's giving
trying to
me
enjoy the
anxiety.
sights, man. You know how many times you in an exploding ship?
I'm freaking anxiety, man.
Well, it sounds like
Run,
me,
you
probably.
bitch, run!
Hey, but again, guys, so there was nothing really interesting in the show. Twitch probably pushed it out to 4 hours, and that's unfortunate because Twitch, everyone hates their fucking live streams. They basically stretch out 30 minutes worth of shit into what is basically 4 hours with a ton of ads. So
That's why you watch it afterwards and just fast
So you
forward
watch
through
all the
that shit.
highlights, go through the Xbox news, and there you go. You're done.
Right? I wonder if they'll fix that at some point. It's kind of annoying to have these massive, stupid shows instead of something that's just concise.
Like State of Play.
Like State of
Yeah, 20 minutes, bang, 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 bang. Oh, it was great. That was great.
Yeah,
Ball
I love
forever.
those two.
Ball forever. Why are you playing old gin? I am not playing on old gin, sir. But yeah, shout out to Nuke Nukem, see him in the chat. We got a shout out to Ball Forever, Boba Fett, nice channel member badge, Infinite Umbros in the chat as well. We've also got Papa Baco 72, PSJ fan. I don't know what that is, but hopefully it's not weird. Greg E3 Egg, Bud the Cyborg, Bedtime, and so many others in the chat. Thanks for powering the show, guys. You make it what it is, whatever you might consider. You know what I noticed, man? A lot of people think that you run a show, you got a YouTube channel, a fucking YouTube channel, right? And so for some reason, if you don't talk to them for a while, that means that you're too good for them or something. And I just think there's a lot of misconceptions out there about people like myself and anyone else on this panel or almost any podcast. We're just regular fucking idiots with microphones, and I mean that. And
Yep.
we don't try to push that stupid bullshit that people. I just hear it, and it fucking makes me cringe every time when I hear people acting like people are just too big, or even saying that I want to fucking throw up. So you obviously don't know.
Taylor
us
has
very
told
well.
me he thinks he's better than everyone, and that's why he doesn't reply. I've heard it
Yeah.
firsthand.
Too bad.
You know how many
Too bad. I
times-
reply to everybody though. If you message me on Xbox Live, you
he
can.
just replies to them, I'm better than you.
Hey, bitch, how you doing? But no, I mean seriously.
Dealer's constantly playing games with people in the community on party chats and stuff, like all the fucking time. Like,
And I got my weeks where I'm like, I'm kind of like recluse, like here with 2K. But
we all get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all do that.
Recluse.
I'm
with
just saying,
2K.
like, this community's awesome, and I just wish I was more of a fucking people person sometimes. I'm just not, and I try to be better about that because that's what you guys deserve. It's just I just wanted to be honest with you guys about some of that stuff. But again, guys, we're just fuck faces with microphones, and I think that it's super stupid of people to put themselves above others because you're on a fucking YouTube channel. That's so dumb. Again, we're gonna end the show. Thank you guys for watching. No hiccups tonight at all whatsoever. Let me make sure 000 frame drops. That's fucking fantastic, and that's at 1440p 60 fps. Nice. I'll up the bit rate next week so it'll look even better. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Seriously, we're gonna do some outros, but hey, if you haven't, maybe share the show out, hit the like button, tell a buddy or two about the show, and if you're interested in the game giveaways and all that other stuff, Patreon channel membership's always an option. D-Batch, buddy, what have you been playing and where can people find you, huh?
I've been playing Spider-Man on my RTX 3090.
Ooh,
I gotta
yeah,
say,
you have.
it looks fantastic. 4K, 120 FPS. Like it hovers at 117, 120 with full ray tracing on. It's just a thing to behold, man. I'm having such a blast with that game. You guys can find me on YouTube at D-Batch. I posted today's NVIDIA keynote where they talked about the new cards. I even put timestamps so you can go to the video, go to the timestamps and see the exact time that they announced it and my summary of it after the conference was over. I'm excited for the cards. I'll be getting a 4090. And also you can find me on Twitter at D_Batch. It was a great show. Sorry guys for my kids running around the house and the wife yelling at me. Whatever, it is what it is.
That's okay, D-Batch. It's okay. Fonzarelli, how you been, brother? Another week, another show, and that's the intro. What have you been playing and where can people find you?
Yeah. I've been playing that Wolong demo on the Xbox. It's pretty darn good. Give it a try, guys. Yeah, and you can find me at Fonz Gaming here on YouTube. Still doing my show every Sunday. Check me out there. This Sunday I will have the I'll have this guy. He's kind of small in the YouTube community, but you may know him. His name is Dealer Gaming. He'll be on the show. So,
and you'll be the host.
I already thinks he's better than everyone.
Will you shut the fuck up, Zucker?
That too. He does.
But yeah, Fonz will be the host this time, so that's always more fun for me.
Yeah, no, it is fun for you because you get to sit back and just laugh at me and go, you're fucking up now.
You fucking idiot. Look at all these, you're buffering, what the fuck? Just in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
Not at all.
Today, Junior, that's what you're going to be doing. Pushing buttons and shit.
I'll be doing your show this Sunday, though, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll have a great time.
But we've also got Tim Dog. He had to leave early this week, but shout out to Tim Dog. You can find him at the Red Lobster. Also, we've got Hargy. Thanks for jumping in here, man. And I wish I had known Tim was going to be gone sooner. I probably would have had you in here the whole show, but thanks for jumping in and helping out. What have you been playing, sir, and where can people find you, Hargeet?
Yeah, so I've been playing, because there are Game Pass games that leave every couple of weeks. AI, The Somnium Files is the next one that's leaving that I started playing, so I'm playing that. People can find me on Discord or on Xbox, same gamertag, HChani. So you can find me there, and of course Game On Daily, so gameondaily.com, and our YouTube channel, youtube.com/gameondaily.
Yeah, Game On Dailies. Again, I went there yesterday or the day before, and I was like, man, this fucking site is still clean, man. Like, it still holds up. It's still really, really awesome. If you want a lot of information in one place, it's hard to beat. GameOnDaily.com, ran by Gaz, my buddy. I think I ran the first promo for those guys when they were in pre-alpha. That's how much I liked that website. And again, it's just really well done. We've also got, and by the way, Boba Fett's right. Yeah, shout out to PYD. He won 6 months of Game Pass. So if you're a member, channel membership, patron, all that stuff, you can join the Discord and take part in some of that stuff as part of the rewards or whatever. But just want to say it again. PYD did win. Reach out to me on Xbox, brother. Zalker, what have you been playing and where can people find you, bud?
Yeah, there you can find me, Zalker87 on YouTube, Zalker87 on Twitter, and I've been playing a shit ton of Days Gone, Multiverses. I've been jumping into like just all these kind of games and just having a good time. And I'm looking forward to the new Call of Duty. That show looked insane. So I've been jumping into a little bit of COD Warzone, having fun there, but mostly Days Gone. I think I'm about 20 hours in and I'm probably going to get close to beating that game, or probably not. I know it's pretty long, so I'm looking forward to working through that and then jumping into Deathloop right after that is done. There's a lot of games coming out and a lot of stuff to play, so it's really fun. And I'm just enjoying gaming, man. And then I'm going to be getting my Steam Deck and fucking with that a shit ton. Gonna hack it so I can play my Xbox games on it. It's gonna be great. So I'm looking forward to all that stuff.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, man.
You know what I just realized? We didn't even cover that fucking Call of Duty show.
No, we didn't cover the Call of Duty show or the 4090s, which I'm gonna fucking get one.
Fuck the 4090s. What's the bullet points in the Call of Duty show? There's a new. They said that they announced some new cell phone shit and some new gunsmith stuff, which is cool. You know, more customization, which is great. And
There's raids.
And
There's a lot, dude. They honestly had like a half hour explaining all the new modes, like not even campaign, just all the new modes in multiplayer with like Spec Ops and a bunch of other stuff. And then in the middle of it, I'm like sitting there going like, holy shit, this is so much information. And then the like lady sitting there is like, and we haven't even got into Warzone. And I'm like, you fucking haven't. Like, holy cow. Like, I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like dude, it's like instant pre-order. Like, this is insane how much content is in there. I even forgot that they don't have zombies, right? Because zombies is one of my favorite modes.
Yeah, that thing
they don't
doesn't
even have
make
that. And I'm like, dude, like this is it's enough. Like, we're good. Like I'm it's insane.
Quit it. Don't say we're good. Okay. Hopefully it all comes out great, and you know,
Hopefully.
not no bullshit going on with it. Because you know we've seen some games bring out a lot of shit and it's not well executed. Hopefully they've seen others around them stumble and like, wow, we should definitely make sure we jump over this hurdle or we're gonna get fucked. So yeah, Warzone's looking good from what I hear. They're gonna have like 3 rings within a ring or whatever, right? Or
Yeah, it's kind of
rings.
like winning. Like when you win the ring, it merges with the other one or
Yep.
goes into the other one. It's like that is so cool because it makes it more intense. Dude, I'm so excited.
I wonder if that's like a server thing. The reason why they decided to do that, or I don't know.
different,
I never
just
heard anything
standing
like
out.
it, so it's kind of cool. And then the gunsmith stuff. There's more customization. You can change the receivers to basically be whatever type of gun you want in that class. So if you change receiver, maybe it'll have different attributes than another. I don't know. It's like a quick way of changing it to an SMG or something like that. And I really like Gunsmith in the last Modern Warfare because it's awesome to put builds on guns. Now, people are complaining about the recoil and stuff. I think it was Gaz I
By
saw.
people, you mean Gaz, because
Yeah.
Gaz doesn't know how to shoot.
But, you know, I like recoil in those games because you're not... It's always pisses me off when I get gunned down by an SMG from 50 yards off. And it's like, what the fuck? What's the point of a fucking assault rifle then? Or anything else? You got no recoil on that thing. And you're killing me really quick, according to the kill cam. So, I don't know. I have a lot of anticipation for the game. I'm excited for it. Modern Warfare comes out October, right? So
Yeah, October 28th.
next month, guys. So let us know if you'll be playing Modern
Hell
Warfare.
yeah. And then I think the beta's this weekend.
Who was it in the chat that was saying in the Discord? Somebody talking about was it Reluctant Dodo? I think was talking about the beta codes. Yeah, so that is this weekend. And one last shout out to Havoc, new channel member, by the way. Shout out to you, buddy. But yeah, guys, we're out. Thank you very much for supporting what we do. I got everyone's outros. All right, we're good.
Yep.
All right, peace.
Later, everybody.
Hit the button.
Flip the button.